unvaccinated.
What's your one message from New Zealand to the rest of the nation?
I stand up. We are free. We are free, not comply with this tyranny.
The way for us to overcome this is to be able to be standing in our truth.
There you go, guys. Driving my way to Auckland, which you'll be seeing some awesome... What's this? Say again.
So now, this is what we've been forced to do. We need a pass to pee, a pass to poo. So unvaccinated ratepayers are going to have to carry around our little poo and pee bucket. Way to go, TDC Taupō. This is what we have to do now.
No swearing out, right?
What's your one message from New Zealand to the rest of the nation and the world?
We have our rights to stand for freedom, and all thanks to Jacinda, we can't go into public toilets, we can't go into public libraries, and we can stand for our rights if we want to. We have our rights. It's a choice if we want to get vaxxed or not. It's our choice, not Jacinda's.
Awesome.
And it's not anyone else's choice but ours.
Wow. Awesome. Powerful. Thank you so much, man. How old are you?
I'm 7.
You're 7 years old. Shouldn't you be at home, celebrating Christmas and whatnot?
Not really.
Or is it freedom's more important?
Freedom.
Freedom. Sure. Alright, so here we're standing with some locals here in Taupō. Some people would say you're crazy for being here on the Christmas Eve, standing for your rights. I mean, isn't that a bit extreme? Or what's the story? Tell us what's going on right now.
Well, if we don't stand for them, they're just going to take them and they're just going to trample all over them. So we must stand for them. It's our duty as a citizen of this country. So,
and what rights do we have left? I'm just trying to think.
Well, freedom is being eroded, there's no doubt about that. And the freedom of autonomy over your own body is sacrosanct, and they're eroding that freedom as well. So there's not much left after that, actually. And you see people running around with face masks. That's, to me, is a sign of slavery. It's nothing to do with health. This whole pandemic has nothing to do with health. It's not even a pandemic. So, and I met our arrogant mayor in a car park a couple of weeks ago, and I said to him, Mayor, I said, how do you like your new apartheid city, Taupō? And he said, I think he was a little bit taken aback, and he said, yeah, it's a bit of a throwback to the 1960s, isn't it? So, yeah.
So you've seen the Taupō mayor, what's his name?
David Travis.
So you saw David Travis say those exact words here in the car park. You just saw
down by the boats. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go, people. That's
those were his exact words.
Only if you had this camera here, right? That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
What's your one message from New Zealand to the rest of the nation and the world?
Stand up. Don't comply. Stand up. We are free. We are free. We have autonomy over our own bodies. Stand up. Do not comply with this tyranny. That's all I can say.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
So here we are in Taupō. Hang on. Here we are in Taupō, just driving past these apparently radicals on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. I mean, isn't there just anything else better to do but to fight for your freedom on Christmas Eve?
There's nothing better than standing up for your freedom. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is. You can't sit by and let these things happen, so it doesn't matter what day it is. And this is a beautiful day to spend time with other people, because there's so much love going on here as well for Christmas. And
for people that don't know, that maybe uneducated on this subject, what is this foreign flag to people? I mean, not as foreign as it looks. It's probably not. I mean, please tell us more.
So this is the flag, the He Wakaputanga flag, otherwise known as the United Tribes flag. This is one of the 3 registered flags of New Zealand. Basically, we have the flag with the Union Jack on it, and then we have the Tira Rangatira, the Maori flag, and then this is known as either the United Tribes flag or it's the He Wakaputanga. So He Wakaputanga is an agreement that comes before the Treaty of Waitangi, and it actually gives everybody in this land sovereignty over themselves. Basically, it's agreement for New Tireni is what the land was known as the time, and with that, a lot of groups, mostly in the north, had come together, and they had signed this agreement, this proclamation of independence for our country. So the proclamation of independence, He Wakaputanga, actually comes before Te Tiriti o Waitangi. So this is actually one of our founding documents, and with that, it's actually giving all people of this land sovereignty. And how that works is working through like a hapu. So each hapu is actually, if you've got an independent hapu, it's actually its own sovereign nation. So when we actually step back from the iwi side of things and step back into the ways of being able to have our sovereignty, all of these laws and these mandates and things that they're trying to push through at the moment don't actually stand, because what this document, this proclamation of independence does is it gives us all the right of sovereignty. So it makes us all the living man, the living woman, which basically, even in the eyes of their laws, a person, e.g. a person, a police officer, a corporation, the dead entity, a person actually has no jurisdiction over the living, is one of the founding things of the laws in pretty much every land. But that's why a lot of people, you'll see that they will try and represent this flag in a different way. And even with a few years ago when they were trying to do the new flag referendum, there was no talk of this flag because it's something that they were trying to get rid of. I can actually show you, if anyone wants to have a look up, really quickly, there's a little bit of paperwork here. So if we have a look at this, this is the He Wakaputanga o te rangatira tanga o New Tireni, 1835 it was signed. So we have, it's only 4 articles. This is a very small agreement really compared to most. So it's 4 articles. On the left hand side you have the original text in te reo, and then on the other side here we have it, the English interpretation that was done on the 1st of May 2019. There's many interpretations, but this one stands as the best interpretation of it. And obviously with documents like this, it is a lot down to interpretation. But it does hold a great deal of power, and that's why you don't hear about it a lot. And there's a number of other agreements within the country that have been hidden from people. So once people realise their true power and that the living being, the living man and the living woman has full sovereignty over themselves and their dominion, it means that then we can get rid of these bankers and these traders that have been taking over and for thousands of years pushing this this way of having control and deceit and trying to bring everybody down and not let them know that they actually have power over themselves. So the likes of all of this that's going on at the moment, a lot of these things and these acts aren't even lawful under their own laws, but if you look under it, under the law of the land, the LORE, the real law of the land, these things cannot be taken from people without their consent. So the people that stand there and they say nothing, this is another founding part of their law, and a founding part of the law of the land is that if you're silent, you consent. So all of those people that think, oh, I don't want to say anything and tip the boat, so I'm not going to consent to this, by staying silent, you've actually just given your consent as well.
Amazing, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll be putting all that sort of stuff in there for people that don't know. Like I've been interviewing a lot of people like yourself. They're quite knowledgeable and understanding, and so it's good to see multiple people's and their versions and their way of expressing what it is. Yeah. So the last question I want to ask is, what's your one message from here, Taupō, to the rest of New Zealand and the rest of the world?
Well, my one message that I have for myself is that we need to stand in peace and honesty about this. Basically, what's happening at the moment is it's a fear and hate narrative. So they're trying to split everybody. So they're trying to push the fear, trying to push the segregation, trying to push the divide. And the only way for us to overcome this is to be able to be standing in our truth and standing in love. So even those people that may be trespassing against us or doing things that we don't agree with, we can't wish fear and hate on those people. We have to give them compassion and love, because otherwise we just keep going in one big circle. So my message would be to have compassion and show all of the people that you come in contact with peace and love.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So there you have it, guys. Just randomly driving through. There you go, guys. Driving past here in Taupō and seeing some freedom fighters here. Just on my way to Auckland, which you'll be seeing some awesome content coming very soon. Some really cool people I'm about to meet up with, collaborate, understand more about the He Wakaputanga, because a lot of people don't understand what it is and how powerful it is. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, people love the shirt. Shinitsu, please use the code, I think it's NZTN10, to get you 10% off if you love the shirt. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, not sure where else, but yeah, I'll put all the links in the description below. See ya.